Is that to recharge your body because you're a robot? Or
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's
That's what it looks like.
The funny thing is on the back of it, I showed Nick, it says made by humans on Earth.
oh, nice. That's always
Made
one
on Earth
question
by
that-
humans.
That's always a question I have when I purchase stuff. Like,
Talk about it.
was this made on this planet or was it made somewhere else? Because I don't support otherworldly things.
It's true. You
So
only
what if it's-
hint and you. It's not a
Earth, Earth, baby.
Earthers. Earth.
Yeah,
I don't support anything this made. Think about rednecks if they got into that.
that'd be something,
Yeah.
man.
I can say that because I'm the one that sounds the most like one.
Do you think aliens would dip? Like, what if aliens were like dipping just? Oh,
Like if
Smoking
there were aliens, what would aliens
smoking
be like?
cigs.
Hey, we come in peace.
Yeah, the spittoon.
We come to take over your planet.
Like, what if you think they pick up any of our habits, like cigarettes? Like,
Oh, for sure.
beep bump, beep bump, bump, beep bump.
Chain smoking aliens, yes.
How
like-
mind bending would it be if aliens were rednecks?
That'd
Out
be
of
something
all,
else.
out of all
That would
the, like, I don't want to single out a group of people, but all the moronic idiocracy that comes in a lot of the belief systems of traditional rednecks. What if that was what aliens are?
They get off the ship and they're like, hey, y'all.
Yeah,
They're really into farming and stuff. That's
yeah.
cool.
Like
You
farming,
guys
they
into
drive
agriculture.
They drive F-3500s.
That's hilarious.
Listen to alien country music. Ugh. Let me tell you what, man. At my job now, like I work with this lady. She's super sweet. She's older. Bro, we listen to country music all day, every day.
Really?
All
Are you falling in love with
day.
country music?
Yeah, I know a lot of country music. Let's say that. I mean, when I tell you it's every single day, and also
Is it old
these
school
radio
or new?
stations. No, it's new. 104.7 or no 104, 103 point whatever it is.
103.7.
And
Yeah.
Pat
or
would
it
know
might be
what that
cat
is.
country. But either way, it's like they play the same 12 songs over and over and over and over and over.
That's
and
every
over
radio
and over.
station.
But country is so distinct in it.
Yeah.
Lay my hand and I make you mine. I need to take my time. I
That's what it
ain't
is.
felt like this before. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Country music is weird because it's
There's a song out there I actually like right now. What's this? It's Running Out of Moonlight
Hate when
by
that happens.
Randy Houser. That's a pretty
Like
good
if you're a werewolf, you hate that moment.
that's
like,
the question.
Oh,
Who's up with
shit.
this?
Running out of moonlight.
What am I going to do? Oh,
What?
dang.
Yeah. What we need is a program on streaming or TV. Not really TV. I guess streaming of what people were thinking of when they came up with song ideas.
Oh, man.
It's true. It's
I feel like country's-
Went down yonder on the Chattahoochee. It gets
I
hotter
love-
than a hoochie coochie.
I love a hoochie coochie.
It's just Joe's jam.
But let's say, you know what's weird is
We laid
I
rubber on
realized
the
that
Georgia asphalt.
in country music, you know how in rap music they talk about smoking weed.
Yeah.
The only difference is it's drinking beer.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's the same. It's the same
100%.
thing. Like
It's a vice.
It's the exact same. It's the
Every
exact
music-
same setup though.
Every music has its own vice.
It's glorified and glamorified,
It's glorified and
just like
glamorified.
marijuana is when you talk about rap music and stuff like that. So it's really
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, hey, one bottle of
That's
wine and
true.
2 Dixie cups, 3 a.m., and I'm still in love for the first time in
Whoa.
my life. For the first time in my
sounds
life.
hey, you remember that time, Nick? The first time you fell in love?
Oh, man. Yeah. That's a good.
Now we're getting into that.
Is that what we're getting into? Is that what we're going into?
Well,
Is that what
What was his name?
you know? His name is Steve.
Off top.
Off top, always Steve. You know how I feel about Steve. You know what? That's
So
a
when-
pretty deep one. Are
When
we
was
going
the
there?
first time you thought, like, man, I'm in love?
Oh man, 6th grade.
Whoa.
6th grade,
Okay, were you
yeah.
like 11 years old? Is that 11, 12 years old?
Yeah, about 11, 12. Yeah, 6th grade. Yeah, I thought I was madly. Hey, madly deep. How's that song go? I'll be your love. I'll be your
It came out right. It came out exactly that time.
Exactly. That was my jam. That's how I
I was
felt.
about to
in
say,
my
Savage
we need to
Garden.
find out if we
Savage
can
Garden.
use copyrighted music.
Yes.
We can't.
Yeah,
do
it was. I heard Savage
Yeah.
Garden in my head. 6th grade,
Truly
Clear Lake
madly
Middle
deep.
School. You know what I mean? I had just
You know,
come from.
when you're in sixth grade, like you listen to music all the time at night, and you think about like love,
Dude,
like oh
do.
man, I want to hold hands and walk around this
Casey and
pond.
JoJo.
Like,
Hey, because you know, back in the
All
day,
day.
you got to remember, All for One was out. You know what I'm saying,
Dude,
So
now we're
when I
going
tell
back
you,
that far.
I burned a hole in my CD, All for One, because every song
Ooh, I didn't know where
was-
you're going with that.
was how I
You're
felt
burning a
for
hole
other
in
people.
what?
And my CD, right? Burned a hole in my
a CD.
britches.
For those
the
people that are
first,
watching this, a CD
yeah.
is a compact disc
Compact
that
disc.
you would put in a player.
What about you, Pat? When's
select
the
a
first
track.
time you were like, man, I'm in love? This is.
Yeah.
And remember, at that age, you know, you're getting married. Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
marry
oh,
this
yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Sixth,
Oh,
it was
hey,
sixth grade.
3 days is a commitment.
Sheesh, like you're in love.
I'm gonna say
I'm
it
giving you a
was
ring
like
at Christmas.
the
since we
Christmas
talked
course.
about, not because we talked about music, just because music is like a defining emotional point for me. I think it's whenever you pick a song that's about somebody. You know, we went through that stage of like it was sixth grade.
What was the worst song you ever picked out that you were with somebody? 'Cause I know mine. I know mine.
This is I don't. What is the name of the song? There was a
You
rap
want me to-
song that I
you
lost
want me
my
to-
virginity to.
I got mine. Ready?
That
We were
was
eighth grade.
okay.
I love you always forever.
Oh, that's a good song.
It was like this. It went like it was like, oh, listen to this song, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, are you saying you love me? She's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is
Mine
sweet
was.
love.
I
Sweet
think mine
love.
was. What's the Casey and JoJo? Casey and
The one
JoJo.
from Save the Last Dance.
Yes, yeah.
Dang.
That was
one.
everybody's jam. Yeah. Yeah.
That's, I don't even want to tell you guys who it was.
You gonna drop names?
Unless you can text it. Unless
I
you can
don't know.
text it, I wouldn't say names.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
I can
it's
tell
not,
you, I
it's
can tell
not
you,
as
my sixth
embarrassing.
grade, crush ain't even thinking about me. So if I drop the name, it's like whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't.
No.
You know who you is.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
who you is.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
I told her I wrote that song for her, but I
Ooh,
changed like
lied.
two words.
Liar.
2 words.
That's copyright infringement, bro.
It was.
Don't you
It
say
was.
that
I
out
just
loud.
want you to know.
I think it was like,
The
I think it
song-
was
I wrote the song for
sixth
you.
grade. I think I was sixth grade as well.
Yeah.
So,
Mine was
all right,
eighth
Joel.
grade. Eighth grade.
You know what mine
Eighth
was?
grade?
Yeah.
Eighth grade.
You know what
and
mine
it
was?
was like so weird. What was so weird is that
I thought I was going to say her name.
we held hands, but we never talked.
Oh, you knew you held hands and never talked?
Yeah, we just like stood there. Like
Oh, y'all connected. Y'all connected at a different level.
That's
we
like,
just never talked. And then it'd be like,
that
hey,
is,
time to
that
go to
is,
class.
if there was,
Peace.
if there is anything that is significant of an eighth grade relationship, that is it.
Yes.
Dude, 100%. And the
For
weird
sure.
thing is, like, my memories of it are like going to school at night, and I know that's not real because we didn't go to school at night.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
So, like, my memories are like us standing there, holding hands, and it's dark, and I'm like, what?
Did you have a
That's
school
connection.
dance?
It's connection.
Yeah, but it was like where everybody stood in the mornings. Maybe it was an early morning, like at 6 in the morning, and it was dark because the sun hadn't come up yet.
That could
That's
be
the
it.
answer.
Because that's
Poof,
because you know that's when we used to go to school when the sun was still down. You know what I mean?
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah,
I believe.
that's
I remember.
My song
Nice
was.
to-
I remember that song. I can't remember who sings it, but it was remember. Hey, jealousy. Tomorrow
Oh, yeah.
we could drive around this town. Let the
Yes.
cops. That was
It used to be
mine.
my
That was mine.
ringtone
Yeah.
when ringtones were big.
That was your love song?
That
That
was.
was- that's-
Hey, well, because it was a
Whoa.
breakup. Hey, jealousy. You know, so it was a
beautiful.
breakup for me. You know, I was hating. I was
Yeah,
hating back in the day. Yeah, that was a jam though.
Don't you wish at some point, like, at some point you could go back to being that innocent
Yeah,
and not know what love is?
the return to innocence.
You
You
know-
know what I'm saying? That would be-
Yes.
I think that is a. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know how I feel about that concept, that thought.
I think I go back
How
to that
weird.
first feeling. I think the feeling itself
Yes.
I would like to experience again. Like just the euphoria of being in love or what you think is love
Yeah.
and the
Well, you-
definition of it. You know,
You don't
and then
know
you got your parents.
you
that-
don't know the dark side.
don't know what love-
Yeah, you don't know the
what
dark
love
side of
is.
love.
Yeah. Argue with your parents about, oh, it's just puppy love. No, it's not. It's real
You know,
love.
it's a fling,
This is real.
We're going to be married,
We've
and
seen
you're
it.
going to hate me in your face.
and you're not invited to the wedding. Yeah,
That's right.
that's true. Yeah,
We're gonna have
You know
that
what,
fairy
Mom?
tale date for 20 years
There are
before we get
people-
married.
you'll never
In
be
high
allowed in my
school-
house.
And I don't know if this is how they do it nowadays, but I know in high school back then, people would be, oh, we're engaged, and they'd be 15. Like, shut up,
Promise rings.
we're engaged. But I thought a promise ring was like, I promise not to have sex with you.
That was prom
Is that-
promise. That was prom
No,
promise.
that was Jesus' promise.
That's true. All the programs, the church programs.
You better
Yeah.
trust. You better.
You can't
better
get married
know.
to man because you're married to Jesus. That's what it is.
That's right. You know.
Yeah. You know, my church
What would
actually
Jesus
had
do?
my church actually had a purity wedding. Believe it or not.
Really?
That's cool. What? I
Yeah.
don't even know what that
So
even.
basically, they simulated a wedding. They had a full wedding. Right, we're all kids, and basically, you would go
What
over-
age group are we talking?
We're talking like
13,
13
14,
to
15?
like 18. Yeah, like the younger kid,
Wow.
the youth. We actually had a full simulation wedding, but you would go up there and you just make commitments to Jesus, and hey,
You're married to God.
you're married to God. You know what I mean?
That is very like priest-like
Cultish.
and
Very
that's
cultish.
very weird.
That's
Very
very
cultish.
cultish.
This was. I'm not gonna say the church. I was gonna say the church, but I'm not gonna say the church. We're not gonna do that.
Do you, Lord, take me to be your
Pretty much.
lawfully wedded husband?
That's exactly how it went. Believe it or
I
not,
did.
that's exactly how. it
Oh
went.
my God.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure it's.
pledge my
I guarantee you, it's on
undefined allegiance.
VHS somewhere. It's on VHS somewhere. We have to find those.
I hope that
archives.
comes out. If we find that, let's send that in to TMZ or somebody.
I will. I definitely will.
Not that it matters,
That's
but
weird.
Yeah, that's
make it look like you were drinking a cucumber, and I was like, man, this guy's getting freaky.
camo
Look at
cup.
that, you see? Like I thought, oh, that's weird.
Hey, we get glizlicious around here. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. That's true. So what's going on, Pat's Mats?
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, nothing. Finally getting back to this podcasting thing.
You know
I've been
it.
planning
Yeah.
it for a year. And now it's here. And for those that we're about 11 minutes in, but if you are watching this or listening to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you get your podcast, that's the two main. This is the
that's true.
Tuesday podcast, and we have fired it back up. You can check it out whenever we drop it. I'm not making any promises, but whenever we drop it. And yeah, it's just
true.
three, I guess we could say middle-aged.
I
Three
wouldn't say
middle-aged
middle-aged. I feel like
dads.
I'm young. Very
Yeah,
young guy,
I would
a
say
young 39,
ripe.
We're good
ripe.
looking middle-aged guys.
A
We're-
young
we're-
39, hip,
Yeah,
into it with all the no cap.
Some hip 39-year-old dads.
yeah. We're ripening. We're in the ripening, if you want to call it
Yes.
that. You know what I mean?
true.
So, not quite
I feel
tart,
like I'm ready.
but not too
I'm
And
ready
sweet.
to be
understand,
picked. I'm ready to be
understand
picked.
we're not we're pulling back the curtain on this. So if we do miss a week, it's because we have kids and families.
That's true.
that we
Pulling
have
back
to
the
take
curtain,
care of.
pulling up the skirt.
That's it.
Yep.
Let us
I
know.
thought that's where you were going, but that's not where you went.
Freaky Friday, and it's
I
only
stopped early.
Thursday. Dirty.
I wish it was Friday.
It's almost Friday.
We're close. We're close.
It is. It is.
But yeah,
So-
just traveling. I got January off, so
Ooh.
I don't have to do any traveling. So if you guys
I
want to
gotta
ride
tell
up to
you.
Charlotte with me for a wrestling show, you can on the 21st.
Oh, down.
You know, I'm always
sure.
down. I'm
It's at a
always down
brewery.
to get it.
We can take
to
we
go.
can take the Tesla up there.
Dang.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I was gonna say, if anything, we take the Joe Mobile.
No.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's
Fellow
that?
vanner.
Oh, the minivan?
Fellow,
wait,
fellow, fellow
Oh,
minivan.
you got a minivan,
That's
Joe?
flex. That's flex, Joe.
I do. I got a minivan.
Bro, that's flex. Hey,
In the
yeah.
snow, it's very reminiscent of being in a spaceship
yes.
because
Yeah.
the window is so huge.
Telling you, bro.
So
Hey, minivans
there
are
is
flex.
one of the benefits.
It's a flex, bro.
Secondly, it is definitely the opposite of a chick magnet. So that's good.
Dude, you're talking to somebody who drove a Mercury
It
Sable.
says
Like,
a minivan says
That's
I'm,
good, you know.
I'm committed. I'm in a
like
relationship.
you
Long
like
term.
there's a permanent car seat jack in there. Like you can't hide this.
Yeah.
Oh no, I bought it like that. No, I bought it.
It came with it. It came with
I
it.
got a discount.
What?
They said it's cemented in. It's
Yes,
part of the
it came
car.
with it. It's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah.
So like so
Dude,
that's
but you
good.
will, you will
like,
never
you
get
can't
as much
flex.
room out of any car as you have with a minivan.
This is true.
It's like a bus.
Take that
It
third row
is.
flex
It's,
is something serious. What do you got? Captain's chairs, and then the third row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
two captain's chairs. And,
That's insane.
and then you
That's-
got two front seats like
Right.
usual,
Full
and
rear.
then you got a bucket in the back.
Buck in the back. Hey, we call
You know?
that the baby. You know what I'm saying? The baby
I call
in the
that-
back.
I call that the sit the hell down. You sit down right
That's
now.
the reach back. That's one of those. Sit your ass down.
Shut up, go to the back. You go to
Sit
the
your
back.
ass down.
And it's annoying because like the head part doesn't like how one of them stays up like normal, and the other one just hangs.
Yeah.
And so like
That's true.
it just pushes on your head,
It
and
does.
so they get all PO'd, and it makes me laugh so much.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, oh, just sit there like this, like put
That's
your head
good.
back, and they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, nah.
Just hold it back.
See, a van is the reason that you say as a parent, don't make me come back there because you literally have to
Yeah.
go back there to get them. You know
You
what
have
I mean?
to
It's not
pull
like
off the side of the road. And
it's not
come
like a
back.
back seat. You literally have to get back there to them if you want to get them. Truth.
You know, I struggle with the want to put stickers on the back to show people how many people are in my family and the dog.
Are you teetering?
You need to.
No, but it's the minivan thing. Like, you know, like
you have to. It's like you have to have your stick families.
Like,
you know what I mean?
that's just
It's like
ugly.
1,
Like, so ugly.
2,
And
3's almost an adult.
Yeah.
yeah,
4's a little bit smaller.
Ding, ding,
5's a
ding.
little bit smaller.
Terrible.
Yeah. Terrible. And then the
There's
dog.
somebody-
one,
You got two
and then
dogs.
There's somebody that sits around like that likes us though. I guarantee you there's someone like, man, I can't wait to change it out next week. I'm switching it up. We're going to be squares this week. We're going
That's
to be
it.
square people, not
And,
just
and
stick men.
remember, you got to put salt life, because what other life
You know,
would you live?
Yeah.
that's true.
Definitely.
And you got to remember, you got to put Second Amendment on the back now. That's a must.
That is a must.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have to.
It's
And then
insane.
eventually,
Like,
across the bumper sticker, you have to put proud parent of.
My favorite Southern one is a very contrasting combination: God and guns.
That's it. Give me
Praise the Lord.
Jesus.
God and guns.
God and
Give me
guns.
Jesus and my rifle.
Does that not seem counterproductive, counter to like every? It's like such an oxymoron in the words that they're side by side. There's no way God's
Yeah.
up there going, "I want y'all to have some guns.
Yeah. You know
Shoot
what?
it up. Protect yourselves."
Yeah.
Like I don't understand the correlation, and quite frankly, it makes me feel weird. I mean, I'm definitely like pro guns, but
Listen,
I don't understand tying the two
That's
together. I
freedom.
think that's very weird.
hey, that's ultimate
Yeah.
freedom, baby. That's ultimate freedom.
No,
That's
it's
just freedom.
nationalist.
You know what I'm saying? Why did y'all drink at the same time? That was freaky.
Because we're both
Did we?
thirsty.
Y'all were,
Got
You
with that
took a
whistle.
bigger gulp than me.
It's like a
Got with that
simultaneous whistle wedding right there. That was impressive. Dang.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, go to youtube.com/Tuesday. CHWSDY.
Yes, Tuesday, not
Me and
Tuesday.
Joel just took a sip Tuesday.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Patrick, I got a Southern saying that I saw. Now, did somebody say this, or was this on a T-shirt?
Okay.
Her angel eyes saw the good in many devils.
Sounds like somebody posted it on Facebook.
That's definitely a Facebook shirt.
It was a shirt.
Oh, was it a shirt on Facebook?
Yeah, you know, like the
I was 50% right.
Half and
Yeah, you're
half.
partially
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
We had,
Dude, what do you-
this has to
do you-
be a segment every week of, was it on
Dude.
a shirt or did somebody say it?
I like
That's
that.
funny, and that's what I was thinking. That's
That's a
funny.
good-
I hate shirt sayings. I think they're so cheap and cheesy and generic, and it's like people wear them with so much pride. No offense,
Yeah.
people wear them with so much pride.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like there's 7 million of those. You know,
She went,
Like,
she went through the fire and the rain. You know what I mean?
Speaking
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
have you guys seen the Abercrombie and Fitch documentary on Netflix?
I have
I
not.
heard a little bit about it now.
Ooh, and they're talking about all the T-shirts. They were like, they were talking about the T-shirts we're selling, and they cost like $4 to make, and we were selling them for $30. So we didn't give a fuck what we were putting on them. We were
Well, I'll
just
tell you like
gonna, we
this.
just, and then they got in trouble
Yeah.
for putting some kind of like racist Japanese, like kitchen, like
Yeah.
Japanese like steakhouse thing, and it had like two. This is what it said: two Wongs make a white.
Oh.
That's pretty funny. I don't find that offensive.
But
If I
yeah,
was Asian, I'd be like, "Oh, that's pretty funny."
think about how crazy that is to have the
Yeah.
biggest, the biggest company in the world at that time, and put out a shirt like that, and then be
Well,
like,
You know what's so weird?
There was-
I'll tell you, for me, Abercrombie don't fit, so I could never really wear it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I could never. flex with it.
I was always too big for
Abercrombie never fit.
Abercrombie and Hollister.
Yeah,
I always
was
wonder
just
how
made
they
for-
picked like how they're all established back in
I was made for American
1980.
Eagle.
Like they're established
Yeah.
in 1980, but yet they didn't come out till 2010.
Sure.
Like just because you were born then, you're the guy that
Yeah.
made it, does not mean that your company of
That's-
jeans was established in 1987.
Yeah,
Let me ask you this, Joe. Let me ask you this:
I think it is pick years.
Would you rather rely on something that was made in 2023 or something that was made in 1980? It's about validation.
If it's electrical, no. If it's like,
I'm saying from an established company like that makes clothing, right? It's all about it's all about that validation. Hey, we've been around since 1980, even though we didn't put it out till 1998, so you know it's good
yeah, we've been making jeans, just keeping them stored up until 2010.
because we figured.
we,
We're like,
didn't
hey,
figure out that we didn't
Jim,
figure out our successful
listen,
method.
We're gonna
The
make
shit
these
didn't
jeans
stick
by
to the wall
hand.
until this date.
They made every pair for 30 years and then opened a store.
Just
Yeah.
in the back. Just in the back.
Every jean is handmade. Like, how do you even make jean?
That's a good question.
Like, it doesn't come off an animal. There's not like a jean skin. Like, animal, like,
What is jean made out of?
Denim.
like,
What's
you know,
denim?
like, what
That's
is
a good
that though? Like,
question.
what,
Hold on,
it's cloth.
Yeah.
But the
You want me
question
to look
is,
it up, Nick?
what
Yeah,
is
I'm
jean?
there. I'm there. What
Hey
is
Siri,
Oh, you
what
want Hey
is
Siri?
jean
What is-
made out of?
What is
It's
denim?
2023.
What is denim? I still like to type.
We don't
man.
type in Google. We ask Siri.
Denim is a
I'll ask
strong.
Alexa.
Denim is a strong
Yes.
cotton
What is
fabric
denim made out of?
made using a
cotton.
twill weave, which creates a subtle diagonal ribbing pattern. The cotton twill
Let's go
fabric
to-
is warp facing, meaning that the weft threads, not the left, but the weft threads go under
Oh.
2 or more warp
Oh,
threads.
that's crazy. You guys
Let's
go
go-
left.
Let's
And
go
the
to
warp
the
yarns
next thread of
are more
this.
prominent on
or
the right
next,
side.
the next step of this is let me call my dad. 'Cause he's the only one. He's the only one that's gonna know what any of that shit means.
Oh, Denim Dave, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Denim
Call it
Dave
Denim
worked in the
Dave.
cotton industry.
Twill
Oh, he
twill
did.
weave.
He did. Yeah, for the weft.
Because
Not the white,
and my dad
but
will
the
tell
weft.
me like my dad is a genius when it comes to like weaving cotton
I
and stuff.
forgot
'Cause he's worked in
your
that.
dad worked in the cotton industry.
Yeah,
So funny.
He's been to the top of the mountain in that industry. But
Patrick,
but
what?
yeah.
What? Look at that sweater you're wearing. What material is that? You see?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're wearing. You're
You
wearing
just tell
30
you
string.
material.
30 string wigger wide. Come on, bro. That's
You serious right
ridiculous. I'm your
You're
dad.
disappointed.
It's
You're
embarrassing.
disappointed. You're
Yeah.
disappointed.
Embarrassing.
to
We
your father.
only
Dude,
wear
if you-
60 or above.
If you don't do the 80% polyester Under Armour
Yeah.
style, you don't know what's going on.
How's your dad feel about Egyptian cotton? You know, you get those sheets. This is a 600 thread Egyptian cotton.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You hear
I
what
mean,
they found?
if
They
it
said
wasn't so late, I would get him on the phone. But I
You
guarantee
should
he's in bed.
anyway. You should anyway. You just be like,
They said
here.
that they
I'll
found
call.
King Tut's tomb or something like that. You heard that?
They found it?
Did they?
Yeah, something like that.
You take
So-
care of this. I'm going to get my dad on the phone.
So my
If
question
I'm
is, where did they find Tutankhamun before? If they just found it, or is it just like more of his tomb?
I don't know. It was kind of like downstairs.
Confused.
I ain't got too much info on that, you know?
Confucian.
Like,
Because for years they've been telling us they found King Tutankhamun.
yeah, that's true.
Tutankhamun.
That's true. That's true. What you say is truth.
Oh, did he get Dave on the phone? Oh, Big Dave with the flags. Joel, what's been going on,
Well,
man? What's happening?
Let me tell you.
Update us.
Not much, man. Just been today had taco fries for dinner. Very decent.
Good.
Not much else. Just went to work, you know,
Yeah.
hanging out.
Speaking of which, man,
Working
tell us a couple big things that's happened to you within the last month or so. You had some big stuff happen, man. Fill us in.
I gained
Talk
like
about
30
it.
pounds. That's
That's
huge.
big stuff.
That's probably the biggest thing of
as
all.
I have B-cups. You know what I'm saying?
You know, no,
Yeah.
but it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been delicious.
Yeah.
So that's good.
New
All right,
house flex.
follow up. Big Dave's in the bed.
New house flex. Right? Talk
Yeah,
about
new
it.
house. Bought a new house. Yeah, we
Look
got a
at
new
that.
house. Down the cuckoo, you know, in our
3
area.
homeowners.
I'm liking,
you.
I'm liking that floor, Joel.
That's dope.
got
Man,
it.
that's some dope
Got a
dope.
new
That's
Liking that
baby.
dark,
Got a new
dark
baby.
gray
Got a
floor.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Got a fireplace
Fireplace?
for dude. It's electric.
We got a fake
Serious.
You
fireplace.
gotta see,
Serious.
yeah. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Yeah, it's electric. You just flip a switch and it turns on. I love it. So it's
We
nice.
need to do a new house tour. You guys got to
Yeah.
come over here, and we got to come to your
For sure,
place.
for sure.
Say
We gotta do
say
that.
when. Say when.
Win.
I mean, it's a shit
Slavery.
show over here right now.
Oh, what you buy?
Christmas,
What do you?
like we had it together until Christmas. Christmas destroyed it.
Oh, I understand. We don't have blinds yet. I know people in this neighborhood have seen me naked
They have.
for sure.
And they love it.
There's no blinds in any
it's-
part of my house, bro.
You don't-
like
love
in
it.
my bedroom.
They love it.
Like I feel like I have no privacy.
I guess Nick, you've been a few years in your house, but me and Joe can relate to this.
Yeah.
There's so much shit after you move into a house
Sure.
that you don't think about. It's insane.
Yeah. It's like, where did it come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I haven't seen this in years. What is doing here? I thought I lost
Like
it.
when
But
you
then
like
you don't want. But then you don't want to get rid of it.
Right, you haven't found it.
no.
I think I should keep that.
Yeah.
But you
It's
haven't
every-
used it
yeah.
in 6 years. Yeah,
still,
but
you
now
never know
that
when
I
you
found
need
it,
You never know when
It's
you
like
I can't
everybody
use it.
everybody talks junk about hoarders, that hoarder show, but you have to understand
it's real.
to a certain
You
extent.
I buy-
gotta- Yeah.
I buy cool stuff. So I'm like, man, when I
true.
find cool stuff, I'm like, man, this is cool. Like,
buy it, you
why
keep
would I
it.
get rid of this?
You buy
Like,
it,
we
you
brought
keep
the
it.
meat grinder, and I haven't made meat since the day I killed a deer. You know, that was one time.
Yeah.
And but we brought
It's
it.
like 10
so I'm
years
thinking maybe
ago.
I'll do that. Hey, dude, that was a
When was that?
that was a like 2016 probably.
It was a while ago.
And that was a lot of sitting in the cold and at night
Yes.
to kill one deer.
Yes.
Who'd you go hunting with?
It was me and Amanda.
Oh, that's when you got that.
Blasted it.
Is that when you got that? You scored that 8 point.
Yeah, I shot him down. And look, so I tried to carry it. Dead body.
Oh my! Hold on. Stop. Let's go through this whole, like, from sitting in the cold, seeing the deer. Tell me, like, explain it to me.
Let's talk about the season. So first off, I get there and I spray my deer piss.
Oh, you went full.
In
You went
the
full
air.
in.
Dude, I was going. No, you don't understand. Like I was at home
Were you
watching
obsessed?
hunt. Like I was at home, like watching hunting, like TV
Meat
shows.
eater?
Like, oh my god! Like I was all in.
Freak
Like,
show.
like it was legit. I wore camouflage everywhere, like that guy.
Oh, this is great.
It was fun. And so like my friend owns a lot of land, so he's like, yeah, you can come hunt. And I was like, all right, cool. So I got the hunting license, and we're out there like in the morning, starting in I think it was November.
Is this Higgy
And bro,
Bear?
it's like every day because I wasn't working at the time. I think I was in school. It's like every day, boom, boom,
Every
boom.
morning?
Every morning at like
Dude,
5
you're
in the
insane.
morning, I'd be out
You
there.
are insane.
Didn't see nothing. Then sometimes at night between like 5 and 7 as the sun goes down, right? One day, finally, I'm out there. I see something. I'm like, I'm taking it. It didn't look big, but I'm like, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Boom, I hit it and it took off. Poof. So then I'm like, oh my God. I shot
Hold on. What was
something.
going through your head when you were about to shoot it?
Like,
Nothing?
and
Do you, like, blank out and just focus?
I was
Like,
like,
ultimate
it's
focus?
time. It's time. It's that time. I got to feed my family. I'm a hunter.
My family.
Gatherer. And so,
I love
so
it.
I
I
shot
love the
this one.
intensity.
So I couldn't find this one. It took off into like a pond. And so I couldn't get to it. We found it later on. It was in the pond. And so it was like screwed me over. So like, here's that one. So the next time, like, I'm kind of mad. I lost my first deer. I'm like, man, I had an opportunity. It was just, I was ready to make some jerky and just have a feast with some
Deer meat is the
backstrap.
best.
And so
Sorry to the vegans.
another couple weeks go by. No, you're fine. I'm out there again. It's at night this time. I mean, it's like in the evening again. And this deer walks up right underneath me.
Hold on. You shot a deer and lost it?
Yeah, it took off into the pond.
And then
So I wasn't going
you
to
shot
fetch him.
another
It was
one?
nighttime. Yeah, so then like, no, it was like weeks go by. Like a few weeks of still hunting, still watching the movies. getting
kudos to
ready
your
for this day
determination
of
because I'd
deer.
have quit after that shit.
No. So I'm up there. We're up there. We're sitting there. And all of a sudden you hear, and the thing when you're hunting, everything's a deer. Like every squirrel.
Yes. Every sound. Every sound.
I love this. I tried hunting one time. I didn't see anything else.
Joe, what do you immediately do as soon as you hear a noise?
I said, I listen. I was trying to, this is me. Really slow. Nothing. Right?
Okay,
and then you get bored, and then you're on your phone like this. You're on your phone, like just
Missing
scrolling
everything.
on the
Missing
internet,
everything.
not paying attention.
Missing
Yeah.
everything.
So I'm up there, and I hear like crunch, crunch. And I'm like, that ain't no squirrel. I know that for sure.
Too heavy.
Like,
It's too heavy of a
that
crunch.
is a
That's a
deer. and
deer
it's
or a
about
bear.
to be hamburger, right? Yeah. And so I glance over, like, oh my. I'm like, you know, I'm all hype, like, oh my god. And I look over, I'm like, it's right there. And she's like, oh my god. I'm like, the deer piss worked.
Yeah.
Good move.
Didn't smell nothing.
Sprayed it upwind. Brought this deer in.
I never thought this would work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I've been watching a lot of shows, and I'm like, okay, when they get to a place where you want to shoot them, you go, meh. and they stop. Look, they're eating. Look, they're eating. They go, you go, meh, and they go. They stare at you. Then you go, blast him, right? Bam. So like he walks out, and when I say he's right under me, bro, he walks out, and I'm like, man, and he stops. Boom! We dropped him right where he stood. Douche.
Well, at
We
least
had
you
him
got a
right
clean
behind the
shot.
armpit.
Was it like the
Yeah.
perfect shot in the heart? Like he hit him square?
Dude,
Was
right,
it one
yeah,
of those
right behind
situations?
the armpit, just dropped
Got
him,
it.
dude. He didn't
Got
go
it.
anywhere. He was so close, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna carry him." No, I'm not.
Until you picked up a leg.
Big
Nope.
I picked up his big ass body.
Dude, you're crazy.
This is what
You are
this is what he
crazy.
looked like. Nate, this is what he looked like. Because their tongues. Look it up right now. Look up dead deer. They look at
They do. They
Every
stink,
time.
too. Yeah. Because
it's
they're done.
100%, like because their
Yeah.
tongues just pop out, right? So then I'm like, oh man, I got this deer, and I finally get it back up there. We drug it, like just drug it. Primal,
Y'all drugged the
primal.
thing all the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, me and her tried to carry it, and I could carry half, but she couldn't. And when I
Yeah.
tell you, bro, his dome just like
hanging.
It's so heavy, bro. Like you got no like sturdiness. Just like his head is like nailing me. I'm holding by his legs, and she's holding by his legs.
Oh God!
And then we freaking strung him up and just
did your thing.
And did it up. Yeah, that's my hunting story for the night.
That's insane. Hold on.
Well
done.
Well done. The head alone, dude, would have freaked me out. There you go.
Thank you. Hunter of the Year 2016.
I got to get better at these sound effects.
Some good jerkies, though. Some good jerky.
Dude, I'm telling you, deer meat is probably the best meat.
I went all in. I bought a dehydrator. I bought a meat grinder. I called Food Lion. They gave me some beef fat. I mixed it in like so many parts to so many parts.
Really?
Dude, I was like hooking it up.
Oh, do you mean tallow? We're going to call it tallow. We got to use the good term, you know. They gave you
What's
some tallow.
tallow?
Beef fat. That's another word for beef fat.
Oh,
can I get some
nice.
tallow?
In my culture,
call
we
Food
call
Line
it
and get that?
lard.
Yeah, we call
Yeah,
it
you
lard.
can call Food Line.
Yeah, you can call
And
it.
they put it in like a container because they cut steak all day. They just throw it out the way, the scraps, so they'll just put it in a container for you and they'll wrap it up and you just come pick it up.
So yeah, I like some good backstrap. I like some
nugget
good
of
backstrap.
information.
You're welcome.
I guess for people that have Food Line that live in North Carolina or South Carolina.
That's good.
So can we talk about the obvious? What?
I'll tell you what, when we went, we were unsuccessful.
Oh man.
I went one time when I was 15 at like 4 a.m. And so that sat out there till 7. And I came back and I was like, I'm never fucking doing that again.
Me and Joe were hyped, though. Me and Joe were super hyped that day.
Hey, dude, me and Nick, we gotta understand, we go all in.
We do.
Oh, I know.
Like Nick will go spend $95 to hunt one day.
I didn't
like
spend
gear.
$95.
You would.
That's not true.
Can you just laugh? God, just
I think you're getting him confused with
you make
Mike.
You make me sound like somebody
Never
else.
mind.
Yeah.
No, not like that. No,
That's not Nick. That's Mike.
First off, I'm the same way, bro. I'm all in for 3 days.
I'm with you.
Well, bro, I had zero hunting gear. I had zero gear. So I mean,
yeah. When I say this, we watch TV shows. Like, trust me, bro. I go in.
We went in. We watched a lot of hunting shows. Yeah.
These fools are hunting elk, and I'm watching them. I'm like, I'm hunting deer, and I'm like, this is great. It's gonna be perfect.
For sure.
It's gonna do shit for me.
Pat, Joel literally put me on assignment. He was like, Nick, you got for the next month. If you're gonna go with me, you got to watch these shows. I watch everything from ram hunting, big elk. We were watching Bear Grill. We were watching everything. He was like,
I love it.
If you're gonna hunt with me, you got to get.
Yeah,
education.
you're gonna be a digital pro.
You're gonna be a pro.
It's true.
And we were diligent. We sat there all day.
I'll watch it all day. You can't trick me from that junk.
Can't do it for that junk.
Did you guys? So let's talk sad news.
Yeah.
Let's talk the Bills player
man.
that collapsed.
It's crazy.
At Monday Night Football's game.
That was crazy.
What is his name? I'm so sorry.
Damar
Hillman, is it? Let me make sure I get it right. I should know it.
Yeah, I don't want to get it wrong.
Happened. Look at all this. Let's look at it.
We're goofy.
Damar Hamlin.
Damar Hamlin. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how crazy did you guys see the video? Did you watch the video?
I did. I saw the hit, and then they slowed it down.
Yeah.
They actually had a doctor explaining exactly what happened in that moment, which was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I read that too. It's just kind of crazy to think that something like that could happen. Or, like, would you, if you're playing, would that make you be like, man, I can't play no more?
For me, yeah.
Or would that make you hesitant to? Would that make you hesitant to like hit somebody? Or
yeah,
I think it would mess me up pretty bad.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I can say we watched a lot of football, but I've never seen that high of emotion. You know what I mean? The players have gotten hurt, but to see a player collapse on the field like that, you can't help but shake you a little bit. Even watching it was crazy to watch. It was hard to watch.
I agree.
Yeah, it's weird. Everything like this, I'm not downplaying it, but I worked in the ER for 20 years. So I've seen some like life-changing things happen right in front of my eyes. But that is what I took from it is it's crazy. It shows you how fragile each second is of your life.
Yeah.
You've worked your entire life before I get into this, last update that I've seen on social media was that he's responsive now.
Yeah, he's stable.
And he asked who won the game, and
He
the
can write,
doctor,
he can't talk. Yeah.
and the doctor said, "You won." You won the game of life or something like that. Which
That's
That's
cliche.
amazing.
I don't know why he said that. Like, I like that. I don't know if I would have said that term.
Right.
Like,
I don't know. I mean, I wonder, and also wonder if
moment,
that's
in the
exactly
moment.
what he said or if they're just paraphrasing.
well,
But,
I heard him say, they said the doctor says it in the interview. And to me, I'm like, man, I would think I would have spent a little more time, maybe
Thinking of
run
something.
through a couple,
Couple one-liners.
you guys tied, but you're alive. Like, you can
Yeah.
ride or something,
That's
you know,
it. Yeah.
make up something cool.
Just write down a couple extra one-liners. So just,
Yeah.
pick the best one. Yeah.
And then maybe if they don't respond, you have a transition to the next one.
Right.
Do you think the doctor, after he said it, was like, shit?
I think he was
not.
like this. He's all, you won
On
the
the
game.
dude, on the other
of
end of the
life.
spectrum, on the other end of the
He's
spectrum,
like,
how
waiting for applause.
anybody? The game of life, he won it.
No. No.
He didn't win the football game, but he's alive, so he won the game
Yeah.
of life.
explaining it
Hey, he lived to see
But
another
how-
game.
on the other side of the spectrum, in that, how crazy would it be for somebody to go through like a life altering thing like that, and you're there when they make their first responses and waking up and everything.
That's tough. It's
I
tough.
mean, we're- I
And
mean,
I,
it's
you know,
something,
if you think of it from a perspective, y'all have boys, I have all girls, so as a parent, of boys, that's a very real thing. You know what I mean? To say,
Yeah.
not that it couldn't happen to girls, but not too many, there aren't too many girls playing pro football either. But
It's true.
but in that moment, seeing your son being hit like that, I can only imagine that it maybe shook y'all just a little bit.
In the-
to think that could be.
It wasn't even that crazy of a hit.
I was about to say, the
It
crazy
was
thing is it
just
wasn't
like-
even a
the
big
right
hit.
spot. It just happened to hit him in the right spot and made all the difference. You know what I mean? That's like,
Yeah.
God forbid if they're wrestling and, something happens where they get twisted
Yeah.
the wrong way, something like that. Or,
Yeah.
whatever that contact sport might be. It's just,
Yeah, I
It's
think
crazy
in
to
any
think
in
that.
any contact sport, it has to be. If it wasn't before, it has to be a possibility now.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's in everything, really. I mean, because you think about,
Well,
I've seen-
people have
I've seen
aneurysms.
people get hit way
drop and
harder
fall.
in different things
Yeah.
and be fine.
Yeah,
Just boop, here I am.
Yeah.
I mean we've seen on TV, we've seen in person people get blasted playing football,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
and just
Well,
get
let me-
right up and be like, "No, I'm good."
This kind of takes me into a different caveat. Do you believe that if you look at what's the quarterback's name for Miami? If you look at a lot of these players, Tulua, right? With his
Yeah.
situation, do you feel that the NFL needs to do more, or do you think they're doing enough? Or in those cases, it's just those are freak accidents kind of happening.
I mean,
Ooh, I
what
got an
more
answer
can you
for
do?
this.
I mean, to me, it's a hard question because it's a choice to play football.
Sure.
It is very unlikely that you're going to get injured catastrophically.
Yeah.
Because are there a lot of head injuries afterwards? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
during the game, you might pull something, break something, but you're not going to go to cardiac arrest. I mean, the odds of that happening, like I said, this is the first time ever in how many years of football?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
such a. But does it make me think twice about my kids playing football? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's hard.
I
Because
think
because you gotta remember, I think NFL is next level football. This is
yeah,
harder hitting, faster. I mean, these guys
that's
are
what I was about
built
to
do
say.
one thing only, and that's destroy each other. So it's scary. And I just could imagine being the parent of Damar and knowing that, hey, like you said, Pat, all the work that he put in, but then turn around and he gets injured. And then you have to ask the question: is he going to want to go back to football?
Is it,
and as a
is it
parent,
worth it? Yeah.
do you encourage him, or do you kind of say, hey, you had a good run, maybe it's time to do something else? You know what I mean? But then again, what's that something else?
Well, I think the other
Would you
question,
put all of your time and effort into football.
yeah, the other question we have to ask is, when football was created, are we getting to a time and place where athletes are surpassing the safety measures of what we used to know as football? I mean, there's players that are bigger, stronger, faster, where you used to get away with a lot of this stuff. But now
I guess
it's catching up. There's got to be some kind of.
here's the thing.
I don't know what the
when you
word
say
for
that-
it is.
But here's the only question I have to ask, right? So back then it was equal across the spectrum. Therefore, people were, weren't really. It wasn't like a bunch of big dudes and a bunch of small dudes. They were all kind of small.
Yeah.
Everybody's, they're bigger on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, in that instance, I would think that I mean, they're training and they're bigger. They're built kind of to withstand that,
Yeah.
right? Like
I mean,
they're
it's
bigger
just
and
now.
they're hitting harder, but
Do you think that now, like in this day and time, people are hitting harder than ever before in football? Taking away the rules.
So here's
looking at some of the stuff. I've seen some way worse hits.
Oh yeah, like
just from when we were kids.
Yeah, I was going to
because
say
you gotta,
through the '90s.
Well, you got to remember, Pat.
It's hard to say.
What did they call football? What was the nickname for football when we were growing up? What did they call the era? If you remember what they called it.
I don't.
Joe, do you remember what the era was called?
The gangster era.
No, the gridiron.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, gridiron. So if you think about just the term of that, I mean, you had the LTs, you had the bosses. These guys were, bro.
And they were juicing back then.
People
like
getting bloody. You know what I mean? Coming off the field bloody from hitting hard, bro. Lawrence Taylor was halfway killing people. You know what I mean?
Maybe we're
so
just
I think the hits were way harder, you know, as we were coming up than they are now. But I just think just those freak incidences, you know, like the quarterbacks, and you know, I mean, we've seen a lot of
more.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of concussions. I think more probably this season than I've seen or I remember. Maybe not, but I just feel like there's more recorded. It's kind of more brought to light about the injuries that, you know, a lot of folks have seen. I mean, Russell Wilson got pile drive and he got a concussion. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you know, I think the hits were harder back then, but I think, you know, these days it's just those freak hits where it's hard and it's heavy, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
But they play a lot more games too.
They play way more games. Yeah, volume-wise.
College football, like back then, I mean, college football nowadays is so big. It's such a big deal.
It's like every day.
And they work out. It's nonstop 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, I think back then it was probably like during football season, it was football season, then it was just like,
that was it. Yeah. Baseball.
Take a break and then come
baseball.
back. Because none of them were that huge and none of them were that like crazy. It was just like, you know, they played, but nowadays it's a lifestyle. Yeah, it has to be.
I mean, what was the last college player that came out of college playing dual sports? Maybe Russell Wilson?
No, he didn't play baseball. No, he ended up.
Patrick Mahomes.
He never played once he got drafted.
Well, in college, he played college baseball. Patrick Mahomes played college baseball.
They both got drafted, but no, but he never played like pro ball.
No, not what I'm saying. In college, he played.
Who would be the last?
Jameis Winston did.
Jameis Winston. That's true. That's right.
So it's always quarterbacks playing baseball.
For the most part,
outside of like
Deion Sanders,
Bo Jackson,
That's really the only two that ever played professional.
Yeah, and
Michael Jordan.
Well, Michael Jordan, he played basketball and baseball.
He didn't make
number 45. What you mean? He was 45. Yeah. Come on, baby.
I mean, the best thing he did in baseball was that movie. Space Jam.
Yeah, he went back. He went to baseball from football.
He never made it to the NBA.
Yeah, he's minor. Yeah, Tebow's minor league. Yeah, he's not. He ain't a major.
That's what I say. That's what I say.
All right, let's switch up. So I do have something I want to talk about. I brought it up to Joel before. I was mentioning it to Pat before. And I'm not going down the trans rabbit hole, but I do got to mention something I was looking up and kind of came across. Patrick, when I say the word transabled, what comes to mind?
I see. I'm like cheating because we've already discussed this. But I mean, the first thing that I would think of when you say something like that would be like instead of pushing against the trans community, you're enabling the trans community to be a part of the community, as opposed to like pushing back like some people do.
Yeah, not a bad answer.
I know that's not the.
But it's not the right answer. Yeah,
that's not the right answer.
So I talked to Joel about it. We talked about it before. So for those of you that have never heard of transabled is actually when people make themselves disabled. If you've heard about that or not. So one example is there's a young lady who actually went to a doctor and asked to become blind because she felt like she was meant to be blind. Because I'm not laughing, but it's crazy. You know what I mean? That's like if I called y'all tomorrow.
I was born that way.
Yeah, she had the doctor. Actually, the doctor put acid in her eyes for her.
What?
She paid willingly sat there and paid somebody to put acid in her eyes.
I would have been all gangster with like had people sew it shut, so I look like like I have like, you know what I'm talking about, like
you look like a pirate.
Shit, you're telling the truth.
Yeah, and I'm talking both eyes, not like one eye, but literally both eyes, and she made herself blind. Another lady actually had her boyfriend push her down a flight of stairs so that she would become paraplegic. Like it's crazy, but imagine if I called y'all tomorrow and be like, "Hey, can one of y'all come help me? You know, be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Would y'all help me? Would y'all be a friend?"
No.
No.
Well, I don't like then, but then that's a weird question.
Yeah.
Because then are you like against the whole movement of like you deciding if you want to be like a bug or
I
a female or male or stuff like that?
It gets weird because,
Because it's in the same realm, right?
But it's though. Like, I think it's extreme. I think is that the plus part?
I mean,
when they say
extreme.
LGBTQ plus, is that the plus? Is that considered to be the plus?
I don't know.
Because, and here's the thing, Pat. Back in the day when we were doing the whole gorilla thing, we made bushel bananas. You remember that song?
I think you're right locked up.
Pat, you there?
Yeah, I think I locked up for a second. Sorry.
That looks so crazy.
I was just there.
That's all it was. So we made a song back in the day called Bushel Bananas. And the premise of the song was a man who thought himself to be a gorilla, right? We wrote a whole song about it. The funny part is, fast forward to 2023, out in China. Is it China, Joel, or is it Japan? I can't remember.
Probably Japanese.
I think it was Japanese. A guy literally made himself a dog suit and is now a dog.
Really?
There's also a cat person that made a whole cat suit, and now these two individuals live their lives as house pets. But I
want to say that's a thing in middle schools now.
Yeah. These guys went to the extreme.
That's a lie. That was debunked. That's foolish.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
know. Yes. I mean, who in their right mind, who on earth is going to let somebody pee in a litter box inside of a cat? I mean,
I just thought they said meow. They said meow.
No. They
were
identifying.
Meow, meow,
hey,
meow.
Listen here, meow.
Meow.
All right, meow. No, but that's crazy. Like, yeah, there's two individuals in China living their lifestyles as house pets, but they do everyday things. They still go to work. One guy works in an office. The other guy, who's the cat, works in a grocery store.
What's the difference in that and being a furry?
I think
Huge
with
difference.
them, they're full on
disabled.
They're full on.
Furry's a
They're
costume.
not disabled. They're
they break
cats
it down
and
like
dogs.
Yeah.
No,
Aren't
but
they?
we're talking about the trans.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're not talking about the dog?
disabled for life.
Yeah. So we're just kind of examples of the extreme where people are kind of going now, with the whole. And
That's
I call
wild.
it, we'll call it the dark side of the plus. That's what we'll kind of label it as because. But anyways, back to the trans-able thing. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like I've joked about wanting a bionic arm, but I'm not going to cut my arm off in hopes that I get a bionic arm. You know what I mean? Like it's wild.
You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
It's all the tasty snack treats I ate in December.
It's delicious because I ate a lot of snacks, as you can see.
Dude, I like favorite Christmas snack, Patrick?
Oh,
Go.
like the Christmas trees. The
Which ones?
that you
Just
buy,
white,
the little
just
Debbie
chocolate?
Christmas, the vanilla like cake with the white icing on the outside with the sprinkles.
Christmas trees.
You know what I'm talking about?
Christmas
trees.
trees. The Debbies.
I think it's time we just call her Debbie because there are big people out there that probably are hurt by that. So I think they're just calling her Debbie.
It's called Debbie.
The Debbie.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Debbie treat?
Christmas tree.
Debbie's snack cake.
What's up, Debbie's snack? Just take out. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the Lil does go away. I mean, look what they did to poor Aunt Jemima. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What they do?
maybe they'll change it to Lil.
Lil, L-I-L.
Lil.
Like
Lil
a rapper.
Debbie.
Since everybody else is Lil.
D-E-B-E-E.
Hey, they call me Lil Deb.
Lil Deb.
Deb.
So they'll change Lil
Lil
Deb.
Deb.
You know what that sounds? That sounds like
be a
it's
great
like
commercial.
That sounds like a soul food place. Hey, come on down, Lil Deb.
So-
Yep.
Yeah, but that's the new snack cake. That's the Dollar General brand.
Lil Deb.
What you got,
Lil
Joel?
Deb.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is I love a snowball. The Christmas ones, the white ones, and the green ones. I like them so much. And I do like the Christmas trees a lot. What about you, Nick?
Man, I got to say, you know, hands down, my favorite are the Christmas trees. But then I also like the sugar cookies with the frosting on top that you get. That different color
thick
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
They make those for every occasion
Thick
now at
ones.
Walmart. I
But
love
for
it.
some reason,
Easter,
Halloween.
January,
but for some
February,
reason,
it doesn't matter.
during Christmas, they just seem that much more festive to me during Christmas season.
That's true.
That's
I can
just
feel that.
That's how I feel about Coca-Cola in December.
Well, here we'll segue that into
with the polar
what
bear.
we'll finish with.
Well, let me ask you one
is-
question.
Okay. Carry on.
One more thing before we segue.
Okay.
The green beans of the snack cake world are the pinwheel.
The pinwheel?
Right? You know, the
I'm not a
pinwheel
pinwheel either.
The pecan wheel.
The pecan wheels.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Katie,
yes.
Katie's
like,
side.
like
your
a
side are
dollar
big
for
on
like
'em.
40 of them.
It
Yeah.
is.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. The little
Green
about
beans
yay
of the-
big.
Dude, they taste like I eat them because they're cheap, but they taste like freaking like cleanse. Like they taste horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had one. I don't think. I'm not big on 'em.
Time to change your life, buddy.
I
Eat 'em
know.
up.
The next time we
Eat
get
'Em. Go
them.
ahead. I'm sorry.
So, since
Good.
we're on snacks and that things of that sort, me and Nick were talking before we got in here, and as dads and with families, what do you have in your pantry? What is the craziest thing that you have in your pantry? Since we all have nice houses, like we were talking about, when you get near 40, you get nice houses and minivans and all that jazz.
It's true. It's true. Well, you go first, Nick. What's something weird you got up in there?
We have a bag of cranberries that we probably had for about a year. Still yet to
Those are
get
so
eaten.
good.
That we still
Are they
dip into.
craisins?
Craisins.
what?
They are craisins, yeah. And we still have
All right,
half
what
a
about
bag left, and they've lasted the whole year.
Wow.
Man. What about you? Are you talking about just food? Yeah.
You know, it could be anything. I'm gonna.
I mean, there's some weird shit in my pantry.
The mental pantry or the physical pantry, Joel? That's what we got to ask about.
Which one?
Which one? Shout out to mental
What
illness.
are we talking
Shout
about?
out to mental illness.
I don't know. I was gonna say cheese, like a big one of those like oversized buckets of cheese balls.
You like
Sounds
that?
good.
I mean,
It's old school.
yeah.
I got some the Vienna sausages. Those are in there.
Oh,
Off top, obscure but
Spam?
delicious.
Are we talking straight original, or are we talking crazy, fancy?
original.
Okay, you're not a barbecue
original.
Vienna sausage guy,
Original.
are you?
They smell bad enough, and then just throwing barbecue sauce
You
on
put them
top
on
of
crackers?
hot dog ass water. Ugh.
You put Vienna
Nah, I
sausage
put
on
them in my
crackers.
mouth.
That's what black people do. Black people actually eat Vienna sausage with crackers.
Like they're a delicacy. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, baby, get
Put
some
'em together.
crackers. No,
You smush-
baby.
because you got to
Yeah, but
smush
no,
it.
it's not caviar. We gotta mush it on there,
Yeah,
baby.
push it on there, baby.
It's a hot dog. No, it's not. It's a paste.
And for those of you watching it, I know that because I am half black, so I can say that. I'm a people.
Truth.
Oh, him racist. He's Vienna sausage racist. I'm not. This is
Isn't
true.
it,
Look
got a
at your
meat
thought.
grinder in there. That's kind
yeah,
of weird.
he's got the meat grinder.
You talk about the meat grinder. The meat grinder.
The meat grinder.
I have some of that bubbly shitty water, like flavored water.
Yep. Yep. I got drink hula skirts in there. That
Oh,
Do you?
that's
yeah, it's like it was for a birthday party. They go on the bottle.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I have a Tito sweater.
okay. Yeah, I have what you call it, kebab sticks with no kebabs in my pantry, just in there. Just
What
in
kind?
case.
What kind of cereal do you have in your pantry, Joel? Outside of
good
Captain
question.
Crunch.
I got Cocoa Puffs and
Dang.
what's it called Lucky Charms.
Oh, there you go.
Joel's got the
So
childhood.
true about what they
Joel's got
say.
the childhood dream in
Dude.
his pantry right now, man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hey,
That's
I'm
what
a
you're
Lucky
doing.
Charms
You're going down-
Cinnamon Toast
you're-
Crunch.
You're going down the cereal aisle. You're broke. You can't afford Captain Crunch and Lucky Charms. So what do you get? Instead of Cocoa Pebbles, you get Cocoa
Crunch.
Rocks. Chocolate Rocks.
Yep.
Yep, Crunch and
what I'm
Munch.
saying?
Crunch
You
and
get
Munch.
Crunch and Munch.
The very
get
bottom,
Colonel.
the bottom row.
and you get Private Crunch.
Instead of Fruit Loops, you get Fruit Hoops. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Fruit
Put that
rings.
box down, grab that bag.
Fruit rings. That's it.
Rainbow rings.
Rainbow ring.
Bags like yay big and yay big.
Yeah.
Dude.
Only last you
I
come
gotta
like-
tell you,
it's
my,
like
my, my butt cheeks and private areas are freaking numb.
off from the chair from sitting.
It's like a
From the
sleep,
chair?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
What are you
it's starting
selling,
to come
a
back
bicycle?
into my. It's coming back into my goodies, my
Yeah.
balls.
That's coming.
And it is like tingling, like you know how when your arm comes back. Like, it is the weirdest sensation in the world.
You know why
You
that
sit in a
is?
certain
hate
spot.
it.
It's because you're out of podcast shape. We got to get you back in podcast shape.
Got to get you back in podcast.
Got to
shape.
get back in podcast shape. What we do is serious. We're pod
That's true.
athletes. Podcast leads.
Thinking that, I think next week we'll have some more segments. I'm going to come up with some cool things that I want to do too.
sure.
And with us being on here, we can try things. We can do different stuff at the
yeah.
same time.
Yeah. This
up,
is
man?
really
Action
this is
in
really
your
a hang.
face.
This This is a 1 hour hang that we do every week, just so we see each other and hang out and talk.
We'll get better. We're out of practice, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year since we podcast.
That's true. It's been a year. It's been a whole one.
But listen, if we sit here for an hour and shit talk and we get one story as good as that hunting story,
Thumbs
it's
up.
worth it.
Yeah, I
100%.
I was there.
agree.
100%.
Urine in the air.
But yeah, so like I said
That's good.
at the top of the hour, this is the Tuesday podcast. This is Nick, Joel, and Patrick. I didn't introduce anybody at the beginning. We just jump into it. And we will be releasing these every Monday on Tuesday.com. It's CHWSDY, as you see on your screen, as well as on all of the major podcast platforms. You just type in CHSDY, CHWSDY. Yeah. And so that's how you can find us. And we will be here. And we have so much more content coming your way.
Oh, yeah.
We're still building the foundation of it. But it's something we've been planning, and we got big plans that we'll talk about in the future, moving forward. But yeah, but this is where you can find us every week, us talking shit, telling stories, having fun. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Y'all let you guys throw us out. And Nick, if you want to use your shitty 8-ball, we can do that.
I got an 8-hole 8-ball.
That is a good question there. And I want to say thank you to you guys for doing this. I think this is a good time, and I'm excited. And I need an outlet for my brain.
Sure.
Because when I don't have it,
Sure.
I go crazy.
This is it.
I have to agree with Joel. Man, Pat, thanks for getting us back up on this, man. Definitely out of practice, but we're going to get better and better and better. Looking so much forward to being able to do this again. Miss you guys. And, man, I'm happy. I'm stoked. I'm pumped. So looking forward to hitting this every week. And I love everybody out there, and we hope you enjoy. And I love you guys.
All right, Nick, ask your 8-ball. Is this podcast going to be successful?
Let's find out.
Oh, my God.
As I see it, yes.
Damn right. That's why you need to subscribe and follow us. All right, guys.
Take care.
We'll catch you next
Tomorrow.
week.